Happy New Year, everybody. Welcome back to the channel. Magister Wilbur here. So, holidays have just passed, and I got a lot of Switch games, and one of my most popular videos is my Nintendo Switch collection, so I wanted to give an update. So let's check it out. I wanted to do an update video because my collection's ever grown, especially since I have been getting more and more systems. I'm always looking for a good deal on video games. Now, the primary system I use is the Nintendo Switch. I do have many Xboxes, and I finally got a PS3. I got a good deal on that, $15. Hope to make a video on it soon. But primarily Nintendo Switch, and that's the presents I got. That's the presents I gave myself. So let's check out everything I have for the Nintendo Switch. I'm going to start off with my least used version of the Switch, and that is the Switch OLED right here. Now, the Switch OLED is not a bad system. It's just, I don't like how it's not rigid, the Joy-Cons. I'm not the biggest fan of Joy-Con. I typically use, a Pro controller. If I can show it off, there we go, Pro controller for most of my gaming. And so even when it's like held like this, when it's docked into, the screen, it just doesn't feel right and it feels too large. So this Switch OLED is in with my home entertainment system, docked to the TV, and this is where I play with other people. Now, if I am really playing, and this one I typically use the most, is my OG Switch right here. When playing with myself, I just stream it. I like playing with people, and if I can't get people to play over on the TV, I'll do it online, and I love just interacting with people. It's just a great time, and that's what I'm looking at, but I don't typically take that off the dock either. Right now, there's only certain games I use the Joy-Cons for. I know there's a huge difference between playing with Joy-Cons and a Pro controller, but I'm just not a fan of the Joy-Con, so I keep them on, I keep them docked. Now, if I do want to be mobile with my gaming, I grab my, just missed it, Switch Lite right here. This is when I'm sitting on the couch, just shooting the breeze, laying in bed. I use the Switch Lite. I typically will carry that if I ever go anywhere. So those are the systems I use. I don't really have any special Joy-Cons other than the neon ones. I used to have the Skyward Sword ones, but it doesn't really make a difference because I don't use Joy-Cons. So let's check out the game. When going through my collection, I kind of separate them based on use, and that's how I'm going to present them to you today. The first is my Pokemon collection, and this is, as you can see, I enjoy Pokemon. I have, Game Boy games, and I love just doing this because it distracts everybody. But real simple to go through. Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu, great for younger kids. Pokemon Violet, most hated game at the end of the year, next to Scarlet. Most loved Pokemon game of the year, Pokemon Arceus. Now, these two, I did a whole video on one of them, and I don't understand the point of this other than leading into Pokemon Arceus to get people excited, but it's Shining Pearl, Brilliant Diamond? Yeah, I don't even remember. I really wish they put a little bit more work into this one. Another classic is Pokemon Mystery Dungeon, and an actual decent one is Pokemon Snap. It's a very simple game. I probably should throw it into the cozy pile, but I have so many Pokemon games. Gotta keep it with that. And finally, Pokemon Shield. I do have Sword in the expansion pack, but that's all digital. And I am trying to actually really collect the physical copies too, especially since Nintendo keeps shutting down eShop all the time. So it is going to be what it is. Physical copies might be the best idea. Now, let's move on. This next category is pretty short. I don't really play a lot of cozy games. It's just, I haven't really gotten into them. I don't know why. It's just, I guess they kind of just calm me down, put me to sleep. The biggest one I've played, of course, is Animal Crossing. do have one that I downloaded digitally. It's where you roll a cat. I don't know the name, but hey. The next one is Stardew Valley. Again, these all have similar like building your world type, ideas, and that's what I consider a cozy game. Nothing too intense, nothing like too hard. Just go about your day. And finally, the last two are actually the same game, just different versions. It's Harvest Moon, Light of Hope. The way I read the complete version, it seemed like it was a lot more than this, and I'd probably be more into it. I like them about the same. Like I said, I don't typically play cozy games. The only one I really played was Animal Crossing, and I haven't played that in a long time, especially since I started to destroy my island to become this big, grand island designer, and then I just stopped. The next category is just remakes of my classic childhood games that I used to play all the time. And the first one is Mega Man 11. I had Mega Man on, I believe, Tiger Electronics too, and so I tend to pick these up whenever I can. I'm hoping for a new Mega Man game coming out this next year, but it's only rumors. The next is, Super Mario 3D. Yeah, I really got this for Mario 64, and just because at the time they didn't really have anything on Nintendo Online, and I wanted to play that. I still don't have an N64 anymore because mine got busted. I haven't found a decent price on it. We're finally getting new prices, better prices coming out of you know what, but I'll see. Next is Sonic Mania, a bunch of Sonic games. Again, just throw back to my childhood. I already enjoyed these games, so it's like, okay, let me pick them up again without really having to buy all the retro consoles because it can get expensive. Next is Super Smash Brothers. I have multiple versions of Super Smash Brothers throughout the years. With this one, I love all the characters. My biggest problem is I need a big screen to play it on. Otherwise, I really have a hard time with all the camera movements. But it's always fun, hopefully, to get the nephew back in. Next one, Street Fighter. Again, another classic. I mean, this is the whole collection, all of pretty much the Street Fighters. And with this, when I think of this one, I really wish they would bring back Double Dragon. It's another fighting game that I would love to see. It's just set up a little differently, but hey, Street Fighter, Double Dragon, definitely want those. This one, Diablo, is probably the first PC game that I finished that was a serious PC game. I even still have the CD-ROMs to play the game, and I might set up a Windows XP machine and play it. But it's good that I can play this on the Switch. I'm sure I can get it on other consoles, and probably better on other consoles. But hey, it was a good price. And finally, another classic PC game that I just wanted to play was Doom. Got it, and these two games right here, I spent probably months, maybe years, just chilling on my computer playing these every so often. So yeah, I had to get them. These next games are my nephew's top picks. Like I said, maybe because this is the second time I've done this video because there's typically construction going on, but he likes a lot of the party games, and I got him the 30-in-1 collection, and he loves them. So when he comes over here, he tends to play these older games. They're pretty simple, but he's 7, so these are great. And the first one is Carnival Games. I even have this on the Wii. It's an old game, so yeah, he just enjoys playing these. His favorite game is this one, Luigi's Mansion. I'm surprised how much he actually plays this. He stopped recently because he lost the cartridge and cannot find it, and his mother is quite upset and does not want to pay full price. Overcooked, another great game that you play with someone. I tried playing it alone. You definitely need someone to play with you. Next one is just Party Arcade. Again, simple, fun games that you can take Joy-Cons off and play. Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. He's now obsessed with Mario Kart. He got obsessed with Mario Kart 7 on the Wii because he likes just winning all the trophies. He's one of the few people that will watch all the credit scenes and everything just to listen to the music because he gets so excited. So another great one for kids. And finally, Switch Sports. Again, he enjoys playing it. I was a little disappointed because I expected something more like Wii Sports, but it is what it is. Wii Sports wasn't really an online experience, but this one is. So it's a solid pickup. It's not a bad game. I expected more. Now the next games are all games that I had before, and I'm kind of quickly run through. And the first is Portal Knights. Great silly game. I feel just with the animations and the gameplay. I just find it silly. Also because I was streaming this, playing it. Like I said, I typically stream when I play, especially with new games, so I can get some advice. And someone rickrolled me in my chat. They literally copied and pasted all of Never Give You Up and put it in my chat. I enjoyed it. This game I still haven't played. I don't know why. It just sits here. I decided to get it a long time ago, but Tsum Tsum. Yeah. Disney Tsum Tsum. I don't know. This one is a newer game that I got. I don't actually know why it's in this pile, because this is definitely a newer game that I bought. I know it's an old game from 2018, but I go to the used market. I don't really like giving Nintendo money for new games because it's a lot of ports of older games. So I got Dead Cells, and it took me a while to figure out, and that kind of took me out of the game a little bit. I know people love it, but without really any direction of what I should do, and it's not open world. It's 2D side scroller. I gave it probably about 10 hours and just gave up. Doki Doki Literature Club. I really enjoyed this. I finally got to it. It was definitely more than I expected. It's a very short game. It's a very intense game. It's not meant for kids, so I will give you that warning. If you want more information, go check out my previous video on it. Greek. I got this for the artwork. Really haven't played it. A lot of these games I get because I think they look good, but when I get to it, it's like there's only so much time in the day. So do I want to play a game that I really have to go deep into, or do I want to jump in? And that really depends. Alright, Sakuna of Rice and Ruin. Again, to me, another beautiful game, and a part of me trying different styles of games. So Mario plus Rapids and Kingdom Battle. The original, to me it was all right. I didn't really feel like I needed a second one. So yeah, The Outer Worlds is a game that I knew I had it, and it kind of just got lost. So I haven't played it yet. Ori and the Blind Forest was gorgeous, and I went through it. Not exciting, but Metroid Dread, a surprise of the year, selling almost 3 million copies. 2D side scroller. I had a little problem with the controls. I think I might be bad at aiming. So this one. So I posted a video a long time ago about Agatha Christie's Hercule Poirot, the first cases, and this one, I don't know why. People just keep watching that video. It doesn't have a lot of views, but consistently, it is the most random video that gets views. So, yeah, the graphics weren't great. The gameplay was pretty simple. It actually annoyed me, even though I kept playing it. People are interested in this one, so check it out. You should get it pretty cheap. Jump Force Deluxe Edition. Really kind of an annoying game for me because I love all these anime characters, but the moves are so specific. I kept screwing up and I kept losing right away. Puyo Puyo Tetris. I just enjoy a Tetris game. I have 2 copies of the Game Boy one because they come with everything. Super Monkey Ball. Great fun game, especially for kids. Splatoon 2. I actually just got this copy. I haven't ever played a Splatoon game, but Splatoon 3 was getting such hype. Not wanting to pay the $60, I paid $20 for the older version, just to check it out and see if it's a game I like. So this is on my list to play, in the coming new year. This set of games is just a lot of games I got recently, like within the past 2 weeks, and I don't have them in a category yet because I haven't really played them, but just going through them, I thought these looked cool, and I'm always trying new things. Nexamon Extinction. Yeah, I'm looking forward to playing that. This one I have started playing, but I needed to switch over to a big screen because the character's so small, but it's such a cool idea of what's going on. But it's the Wonderful 101 remastered. A great game to pick up. It's like always like $15, so I suggest picking that up. This one I play, just sitting around. I know it's different from other, Fire Emblem games, but Fire Emblem Warriors, I don't know why, but I just got into it right away. I love the gameplay. It's just fun, hack and slash, and that's always cool. This one, I'm going to butcher the pronunciation, but I got it because it said Chicken Edition. But the Dungeon of Naul View, the Amulet of Chaos. Yeah. So this one here is a Japanese game that I've never really heard of, but it looks cool. Takio no Taishujin. As you can see, I haven't opened it. It's brand new. It really uses the controllers, so I'm going to be looking at that one. This one is a pretty hated game. Balan Wonderworld. I kind of want to see why it's so bad. I hope it's cringeworthy bad. That way I can see why other YouTubers despise this game. I really want to see. I hope it is that bad. This game I've tried, Endling. Endling, Extinction is Forever. It's one of those games where you don't really get a lot of instructions, and the reaction time between gameplay and movement. That's kind of why I stopped, because I was doing the right thing and I was looking at the right places, but for it to get the next movement or teach you the next thing, it took kind of forever. So I might go back to it. I might, but I don't really see myself doing it. The next one, Immortals Phoenix Rising. Again, I just thought it looked cool. Arcade Spirits, another one that I saw on eBay for a decent price, still sealed. I like it, and well, I don't know if I like it. It just looked cool, so I'm gonna try that out. And finally, I don't know why I haven't gotten just Crash Bandicoot 4, but I do want to get more Bandicoot back in my life, so I do have CTR Racing, and it's something I wanted to pick up just to play with the nephews, nieces, whoever wants to play with me. But yeah, those are just kind of the ones that I've picked up recently. Okay, so the last 5 games, they're only here at the end, not because of their gameplay or that I dislike them. It's just they are missing cover art, and they're not exciting to put in with the rest of the games because they got typical GameStop cover art right here. So the first one I have here is Bendy and the Ink, a great game to play, really interesting, movement through the gameplay. I suggest picking it up. This one I haven't played yet. Like I said, it's sad because I see these games on the website and I'm like, oh, that looks really cool. And then when you get cover art like this, it kind of like, kills that excitement. It's like, okay, here it is. But this one is My Hero 1 Justice. I know they came out with a sequel to it. I just haven't gotten to that one yet. Battle Chasers Night War, another one I haven't gotten to because it's just kind of sitting there looking all ugly. Get together, GameStop. Get together. The next one, Dragon Ball Z Xenoverse. Just love Dragon Ball Z fighting games, and I have had a bunch of them since the original release on the PS2. I do have the original one on the PS2, so I always gotta have one of those around. And finally, the last one, it's my only lone cart game. I don't typically buy cart games because they're so easy to lose, like my nephew did with his Luigi Mansion. So what I got is Civilization right here. Classic game, always been played on the computer, but for $6 it was a good deal. I've lost this game multiple times. I always find it in some case somewhere, so I don't typically get cart games unless it's like a really good deal. So that's all the games, and how do I put this? All the games that are here. I do lend out a bunch of my games, like Breath of the Wild, Let's Go Eevee, Miitopia, the 30-in-1 games. I have nieces and nephews, and I know that dates me, but You know, my family realizes I can't play all these games at once, so nieces and nephews come over, I can eventually get them back. But they're just not here. Now, of course, I still have 10 games coming in. They should have been here by now, but with the holiday season, they're not here. They're like weeks late, so already, probably by next week, after this video goes up, this collection will have changed. Alright, I hope you enjoyed this updated version of my Nintendo Switch collection. I hope it gave you some good ideas to play some different games. If you have any suggestions for me, please put them in the comments. I've always gotten great suggestions from the viewers. Other than that, you've made it to the end. You're a wonderful person. Like if you like, dislike if you dislike. Always comment. I reply back pretty quickly, unless it's the middle of the night here. And thank you so much for watching. Bye, everyone.